Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title, this is going to be a very basic smoky eye. Just for you guys who are always asking me, I just want to know how to do a very simple smoky eye. So I'm like, okay, I couldn't make it any more easier. It's 3 shadows and 3 brushes. That's it. It's all I'm gonna do is show you the technique on how to do it. So if this is something that you guys are interested, please stay tuned. And remember to like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, bye. Alright guys, I'm gonna try to do a talk through with this video. Just so that you guys can see that it's quite easy. I'm basically doing the basic smoky eye. And I'm only going to go ahead and use 3 shadows. Light, medium, and dark, whatever shadows you want. And just so that you guys know, this is the color Peach Smoothie, Cocoa Bear, and Corrupt from Makeup Geek. And I wanted to use something a little bit more extreme as far as light to medium to dark, just so that you guys can see how I place it. Now remember, this is a very basic smoky eye. I know a lot of people are like, hey Freddie, can you do a video for me that, I can just do at home by myself, and something very dummy proof basically. So I was like, sure. I'm only going to use 3 brushes also. This is definitely optional. I like these three brushes because it gives me all the variety that I need. I'm going to use the Morphe M200, the Morphe 505, and then also the Morphe 433 brush. And the order that I'm going to go ahead and use them is, the first one is the Morphe M200, and this one you're going to go on your lightest shade. So this is the Peach Smoothie, this color. I don't know if you guys can pick up on it, but it's more of like a peachy brownish color, I guess, or almost tan like. It's hard to get with the lights. The lights are a little bright. And I'm definitely going to pile up this foundation, because this is gonna go over the entire eye. The reason why I go over the entire eye is because when you're putting on other shadows, you wanna make sure that there's something already there, something that you can blend into. When you first put on a pigment or an eyeshadow, it's gonna be its truest color or its darkest. So the fluffier the brush is, the more diffused the color will be. As you can see, I'm holding the brush at the very end of the brush. I don't know if you guys can see it because I'm not zoomed in. Right there, the very end of the brush. This will make sure that I'm not putting any pressure on my lid or anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover the entire lid. This part doesn't really have to be too perfect, but as you can see, I'm just covering the entire lid. You can definitely cover your lower lash line too, but remember, we're keeping it very simple, very basic today. The next color I'm going to go in, or the next brush, is the Morphe M505, and it's a nice round type of fluffy brush. And this one we're going to go in with Cocoa Bear. It's that brown color. Now Makeup Geek's products, you definitely can build them up. So I always tap it very lightly just to start. And the area that you want to focus on the most when you're doing a smoky eye is the back corner of the eye. So as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and try to close. And if you have a hooded lid, usually it's best to do your lid closed. But because I already know where my crease is, I'm going to go ahead and just go in and go ahead, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start on the very back of the I guess the lid. And then I'm pushing it in circles into the crease. So I'm pushing and then wiper. So the circles that I'm doing, this is going to make sure that the most pigment is on the back of the lid. And then as we bring it into the crease, we're sort of blending it and diffusing the color. So as you can see, I have very hooded lids, so I can bring my shadow quite high just to create a crease. And I'm going to go ahead and start bringing the color, and as you can see, I have not picked up any more product. We want to make sure this is nice and blended before we do that. So I'm just going in windshield wipers right along the crease, back and forth, and I'm again holding the very end of the brush. That will make sure that we're not putting any pressure. If you wanted to make sure that put a lot of product or make sure that it stays in one section, you choke the brush, I guess you would say. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys that choking the brush, what it does. So I'm gonna look up for this part, and I'm gonna go ahead and go right in. You're gonna see that it gets really, really dark. You see the difference? Now, if I'm holding it back here, I'm gonna clean off any product that's on the brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and try to diffuse that color. Now bring it towards the center of the lid. Now remember, it is a smoky eye, so most of your color will be in the back of your lid. So you can go back and forth. You can even cover the lid here if you wanted to, or if you were gonna do a cut crease, you could basically pile up a lighter color or even whatever shimmer color you would want, and you would cut your crease here, and that would create a different look. But again, we're just going with a nice regular smoky eye, very basic in this tutorial. And I'm just picking up a little product at a time until I'm happy with how dark it is on the back side of my eye here. And then once I'm happy with the color, I bring the rest of the product towards the center. So there's towards the center. Now the last thing you want to do is you want to get something that's a little bit darker. You can use definitely a darker brown, say if you were doing a smoky eye. It's picking up a little red on camera, but it's very, very brown. I don't know if I can get close so you guys can be able to see it. Still picking up a little red. It's definitely a nice, pretty brown in person. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up a darker color. And this is Corrupt, and it is just a black eyeshadow. And I'm going to go in with a Morphe M433 brush. And remember, this is so pigmented that I just want to basically tap it. And that's all I need. I'm going to clean off any extra. And then this part, you definitely want to focus on just the back side of the smoky eye, I guess you would say. So light strokes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start building this color towards the back of the eye, remember, and then bringing it forward. So back and then forward. Then we're going to go back to our M505 and we're going to go ahead and start diffusing the color because I want to make sure that it's not too black. I'm not going for a black smoky eye. I'm going for a dark brown smoky eye. So I'm just diffusing it again. No product on here. Now it's looking a little too black for me, so I'm going to go ahead and clean off the brush. I'm going to go in with some Cocoa Bear right on that same brush, and I'm going to just pack it right on that. Now that's just going to give us the gradient or the buildup of the color. Because I don't want it to look black, I want it to look brown. So what I'm doing is I'm going to bring it forward. Remember, I started at the back corner of my eye, bringing it forward, windshield wiper. And there we go. You can definitely go back in with your M200 brush with that nice peach smoothie color just to clean up your edges up here if you wanted to. I'm probably not. I'm going to go ahead and just diffuse the edges of the shadow here. And I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. Now remember, this is just a basic eye. This is basically the start of something if you wanted to just do some highlighter here in the center and then build up some nice shimmer color on the lid. You can definitely do that. You can do this with shimmery colors also. I like this look because it's like my go-to type of on-the-go type of makeup. You can also do this on the lower lash line, which I highly suggest because you don't want the top and the bottom looking bald. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the bottom really quickly. And by quickly, I mean I'm really just gonna go ahead and go in with a small detailed brush. And this is an M212 brush. And I'm just gonna go in with that Cocoa Bear. I'm gonna clean it off and I'm just gonna go ahead and just run this right along the lower lash line. That's basically what I'll do. If I'm not happy, I'll get some of this Corrupt color and just to connect the two up here, that's probably what I'll do. So I hope you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up and then I'll try to put on mascara and some lashes just so you guys can see what the final look is, okay? Alright, so as you guys can see, I went ahead and I put just some black liner. I put a little bit of my highlight, the same highlight I put here. I put a little bit on the corner of my eyes just like this with my pinky and I just sort of rubbed it in there. Then I did the black eyeliner. Now is when you would do your wing and I applied some mascara and I put some falsies on and that's it for the look. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I wanted to make it as easy as possible just to show you guys that a smoky eye is not difficult. I know everyone's like, oh, it seems so hard because you have to do all this blending. It's really just that simple. It's just an eyeshadow. You will really focus on the back side of your eye, bring it forward towards the front, and there's your smoky eye. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys like these kind of videos, please put that down below in the comment center. Remember to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, share, do all that fun stuff for me. Until next time, I hope you guys enjoy. Bye.
Work, 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 work. She said I gotta work, 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 work. She saw me do my dirt, 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 dirt. So I put in work, 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 work. We're not gonna learn, 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 learn. Don't want it to be hurt, 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 hurt. You're trying to desert me. No time to have you lurking. I know you told me you don't like it, but you know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touching me so righteous. Nobody text me in a crisis.